Hello and welcome to game number 4 of Vici Gaming taking on MUFC. This is gonna be the deciding match because I say game number 4 and it is a best out of 5. But there was one game advantage for MUFC because they came from the winner's bracket and this is the path that they took. They were able to beat Orange with 2-0, then beating AFD, later turned into Netolic Singapore in a 2-1 victory, and they secured their spot in the grand finals with that one game advantage, sitting right here up against Vici Gaming, who got dropped down to AFD in the first game they played, then won from Invasion, then beat Orange, and in the best out of 3 decided to win AFD as well, or Netolic Singapore that is, and here they are. We are going to be seeing which one of these two teams is going to be taking home $500, including gaming gear, and gaming gear, I should say. And the second prize will take home $300 and gaming gear. But the most reason, I think actually the best prize goes to the viewers, goes to the community, and that is actually prizes on Raycall right now. Now I know that we need still a lot of people to get those 4,000 people on the Raycall channel to try and win that TI3 ticket, including flight and hotel, but that's not the only thing that you can win. You can also win keys, headsets, mice, mouse pads, in-game items, and I think I mentioned everything, like just gaming peripherals, I don't know how you say that, and in-game items. Also on the Raycall channel 2013, so head yourself over there and get yourself eligible to prizes. And hopefully, of course, that we still get ourselves those people in Raycall, and then we can still win a TI3 ticket, including flight and hotel. So, in this game, Vici gonna be getting themselves the Magnus. Now, they already had the Magnus once, and the Magnus that they had actually, or when they had the Magnus, they weren't able to win that game, and MUFC actually was able to win that game. And this is the first game that we see Vici actually banning out the Lone Druid. Lone Druid has been in the hands of MUFC every single game up until now. So we're going to be seeing the first game without a Lone Druid right now. But the ban of Lone Druid and also the ban of the Rubik made the Nyx Assassin and the Bat Rider go through. We've seen those two banned out every single game so far. MUFC picking up the Bat Rider, Nyx Assassin picked up by Vici Gaming, combined with that Magnus. Remaining. So already looking very strong with the Queen of Pain and Vici picked up by MUFC.
5 seconds
Maybe
remaining.
looking for an aggressive trial, and that's something that I normally like. When you pick up a Vici, you kinda have to do that, in my opinion, to go for an aggressive trial with that guy. But yeah, already looking interesting. I have to say, like, MUFC had first pick, and they picked up a Bat Rider over a Nyx Assassin. I have to say though, Nyx Assassin is considered to be a bit of a counter towards the Bat Rider. Of course, just walk into his flames with the Spike Carapace on, and you kind of shut him down. So quite interesting to see Bat Rider being favored over the Nyx Assassin, but probably having a good plan with that.
Radiant team ban.
Vici Gaming just have to make sure that there's too many targets to prioritize for Bat Rider, that shutting one down won't make it an instant loss on a team fight. Anyways, we have got the Shadow Demon Lifestealer getting banned out by MUFC. Those were the ones that we saw banned out earlier or again as well. And we have the supports getting banned out by MUFC. Lina and Leshrek both playing about the same role with follow-up stun on something else like a Impale or an RP. And Wisp getting banned out as well. They don't want to have to deal with that again. They deal with that the previous game and they just had to call a 14-minute GG because once that Wisp was level 6 there was just no stopping that. We have the Sand King, the Vengeful Spirit and the Bane getting banned out by Vici Gaming. So more secondary supports, more aggressive disable supports, let's put it that way, getting banned out, so that MUFC, if they are going to go for an aggressive trial lane, it will be quite tough for them to find a good support still to go with that Visage, even though the Undying is still in the pool. But they kind of lack a bit of disable, because they've got the Lasso, of course, which is nice. But other than that, they've only got slows, and hello disable, they're going for the Sven once again. They won with it one game, and they're looking to win with it again. Keeper of Light was a support that is still in the pool, Vici Gaming picking it up, and probably going for a trial lane with a Nyx Assassin, Keeper of Light and Juggernaut, though I have to say, Nyx Assassin has been mostly played on by Vici Gaming on the solo mid lane, so he can fulfill multiple roles. So we don't know yet who is going to be going for what, and congrats to the person that just won a keyboard, by the way, on the Raycall room 2013.
10 seconds remaining.
And the giveaways are, of course, mostly at the
5
start of the
seconds
game, though the
remaining.
entire game long there will be giveaways.
Reserve
And
time.
let's see what MUFC has in store for us. They are taking into their reserve time. Both teams for the entire best out of 5 long, actually, have really not used that much bonus time. They kind of seem to know what they want to do and kind of work out their drafts pretty fast, I have to say. Only using their bonus time at these last couple of picks. Let's see what MUFC is going to be getting together with that Sven. If they're going to be going for an aggressive trial lane, and they are picking up the Alchemist. That's what they're
Dire
doing.
team pick.
Now this is interesting because we've seen in the European scene, we've seen both Sven as Alchemists on support roles. We've earlier seen Sven already as a carry role in this game, but that would mean that Alchemist is going to be a support role hero this game, and I kind of think that Sven is a bit more of a solid supporty carry-ish hero than the Alchemist is. But we're going to be seeing if they're going to be running an aggressive trial, and Gyrocopter will be picked up by Vici. And we are going to be seeing what they're going to be doing with their lanes, as we see indeed FY picking up the Nyx. So that's going to be a support Nyx Assassin, a mid Magnus, a Juggernaut again on the solo offlane as he did last time, and then just a trial lane with the Keeper of Light, Nyx Assassin, and a Gyrocopter. It might actually be an aggressive trial lane. But let's see. We have actually Alchemist going to be indeed a carry. Hontrash player picking that one up. Let's see, Bedrider might be going to the mid lane, picked up by WK, and that's going to be Winter on the Sven, so support Winter. Support Sven, that is. But let's go over the heroes once again, because I kind of rushed through those. We're seeing Vici Gaming on the Dire side once more. It's going to be XTT, who is going to be on the Juggernaut. Fenrir will be on the Keeper of the Light, CTY on the Magnus, with FY playing that Nyx Assassin, and last is going to be ZSMJ on his Gyrocopter. We jump ourselves over to the bottom lane where we see that WWK is going to be the Bed Rider, FZ is going to be the Queen of Pain. We're going to be having Ling on the Visage with Hontrash player on the Alchemist, and Winter indeed on his support Sven on the bottom lane. Everybody on the bottom lane. Happy times. By the way, one thing that we haven't seen the entire tournament is actually things like Skywrath Mage. Or Tusk. And by the way, the number of people required to be on a raid call to be able to get that ticket to TI3 has just been reduced again. So just, you know, there's a lot of people watching this, and you know, we just give someone the chance to go to TI3. I mean, I mean, from my point of view, it seems like such a weird thing to not want to go to TI3. To not want a chance to win that, or give other people a chance to win that. And it's so easy to just sit on raid call, and you don't really have to do anything for it. Nice outfit, by the way, for the Alchemist. Let's see if we're going to be having a first blood again in the river like we had the first game, but doesn't seem to be like that this game. Anyways, we are going to be having an aggressive trial lane. It is not with the Gyrocopter though. Gyrocopter is going to be on the top lane solo. It is going to be with XTT, his Juggernaut. It's going to be having the support of FY and Fenrir. We do of course have infinite mana burn if he wants to have that. Depends on what he picks up first. Infinite stuns. Really depends on what he wants to go for first. Although it's not really an easy thing to go for an aggressive trial lane up against a Visage. Visage is one of those heroes that normally is the one to go on aggressive trial lanes, and mana burn is indeed the case. For him. But Visage is one of the heroes that goes on an aggressive trial lane purely because he is the one that has in early game such a big ass noob with his soul assumption. So the question is, are they gonna be, oh yeah they are, they're gonna be spamming this out, they're gonna be pushing like crazy. You're gonna try to go for these kills and just playing it aggressive, something that you should do of course on the aggressive trial lane, especially if you're up against an Alchemist, because all the last hits an Alchemist does, even if it might not be as many as you do, he's gonna get extra gold if he gets his Revel's Greed on. He doesn't pick it up just yet though, going for a more defensive one right now as as Ling just counters a ward there. Anyway, in the mid lane so far we have got of course Magnus taking it on against a Queen of Pain. FZ gonna be on the Queen of Pain 4 for 3 so far. CTY, we've seen him destroy Queen of Pain mid before. Let's see if he can do it again. We have got 3-1 on his last hit graph. I say destroy, but he just didn't lose the lane. Let's put it that way. He actually won it in the early stars. We have got WWK up on the Bed Rider. Rock Barrage though, oh, this is trouble for him, and it is WK that actually came in for the aggression. He might actually go down 1 hit away from dying. But he will be able to fly away and pop himself with that as well. ZSMJ just showing that he should not get close. Unless he has a last suit to show it for. But that is a bit awkward aggression from the Bat Rider.
My horse is neigh.
Did he just say his horse name? What horse's name? Awkward. Sounded like something else. Anyways.
Invisibility.
Looks like we are still going to be seeing the supports trying to get something done in the jungle, but the ward is there, so can't really go for those stacks. And that means they have to try to get their experience on the lane and not get behind too much. So far 7 for 2 upon XTT with Hunter's player sitting on 4-4-0, and Winter, he actually wants to go for it. The Sun trying to bait out the Blade Fury. There he goes actually with the unstable concoction. Hunter's player was already charging that, can't really wait for it then anymore, and more mana burns going off. Just because he can. Just because he can. And of course he can do that continuously because he gets mana from his Keeper of the Light. Chakra Magic. Combo. In the meantime, 11 for 2 on the Bat Riders. ZSMJ sitting on 8 for 2. Picked up level 2 on his Flak Cannon. That's an incredible harassment that he can put on the Bat Rider just to make sure he doesn't come close to doing anything against him. In the meantime, CTY sitting on 15 for 1 with FC sitting on 15 for 5. So keeping it even. Even though in theory, of course, again, he should be getting slightly behind, but so far so good, I'd say. And in the mid lane, 13 for 2, sitting on the Juggernaut, and Alchemy sitting on 5 for 0 still. So I would say VC doing well on all 3 lanes so far. They're not really massively winning any of the lanes. Actually, this might actually be... Nah, he has got the bottle, should be able to heal through it, even though it's a level 2. Shadow Strike. Nah, it's gonna be fine. That's the first blood. Come on, you've been passive the whole time. Vici actually with the Soul Assumption nuking down Fenrir. XCT can't do anything in return, didn't even use his Blade Fury. Aggressiveness coming in from MUFC. Taking the first blood. I was actually thinking that CTY might die, but oh well. Oh well, first blood on the board. And all of a sudden... Well, I just said that VC was not really losing any of their lanes, but right now I would say that, oh, that might be a loss of the lane, and this might be another one. If CTY dies here, then that will be a loss, and they do have the vision, and they do get the kill. No, they don't! Neutrals! Get the kill! That is dead, though. Like, it's still not good for the Magnus, but it's not good either for MUFC. The lane's still fairly even in mid lane. They do give a bit of extra freedom to Queen of Pain now that the Magnus isn't there, so I guess that's good, but he'll TP back. Trying to reduce the free farming time for the Queen of Pain as much as possible, but this does give Queen of Pain a bit of extra experience edges, so he'll be level 6 before the Magnus is, which is important, of course, for that Sonic Wave. In the meantime, the neutrals are back. Well, and gone again because the ward came again. New ward. And there's gonna be Juggernaut on 22 for 6. He is almost highest up on the net worth, only followed by the Bat Rider, Illuminate flying through, hitting up on Hunter's player. It's actually Ling that rotated towards the top lane, knowing that he can't do that much again in the mid lane. So decided to help WWK, and definitely needed. They actually want to go for the gyro. Do they have a level 6? No, they don't. One more creep though. He's counting on that one more creep to come. Cooldown coming down. Rock Barrage as well. The one more creep doesn't come, and WWK on their way out. The fires, the flames. They get ZSMJ. 4 stacks of sticky napalm, not to be messed with. A kill is a kill, and that's gonna be last 2 up on the Bat Rider.
Dire's top tower is
Winter getting an impale. Illuminate flying through as well, and they are gonna be able to kill him off. Just a support. Just a support Sven though. Just a support Sven. Alchemist still happily farming. Well, happily trying to farm, let's put it that way, because farming is, you know, getting more last hits in just 13 at 6 minutes in, but it's even 12 last hits that is. We do have the Magnus having his level 6 up, so having his reverse polarity up. Let's see what's he gonna do with that. Last time he stuck into the mid lane for a long time. Didn't really do anything with it until later on, and I'm kind of thinking that was one of the reasons why they weren't really getting ahead early on in the game. Because that was actually the game that they lost. So curious to see what they're going to be doing with it now, and if they're going to be trying to change that up a bit. But for now, he doesn't have any bottle. The bottle is going to be brought back to him. In the meantime, the mid lane is going to be supported by Winter, who's still level 3. So it has to be careful. That's one of the downside of being up against an aggressive Trilan, that it's actually doing okay with shutting you down on experience. Meaning that your supports are just very, very low. But it's also, of course, something from Vici Gaming. If their aggressive Trilan is successful, they're going to be actually lower level than their opponents. And that's what you see as well. Level 4 still up on everybody up on the aggressive Trilan, with even level 3 still around there. And then there was, of course, that SMJ going down again. This time the last 2 was used. And we were expecting that to happen, or at least with the last 2. We're going to be seeing stun up. Nyx Assassin going to be finding himself some trouble. Trying to run himself away. Won't be able to do that though. Here comes FC. One scream. Will do the job. CTY. Can't do anything against that. Would be signing his own death warrant if he went in there to try and go for an RP. Just too much burst damage coming out. And MUFC making good use of that Visage. Visage, who's actually higher level right now than the other supports, basically, than all the other supports. Level 5, almost level 6, almost has got his familiars. And let's see if they want to go for CTY. He has that RP, but he doesn't have any mana and no bottle. And he shows for it, of course, too. And that's easy to discover. In the meantime, Batrider will be going for his Blink Dagger, or at least will be aiming to go for that. Still needs some time to get that though. And ZSMJ just trying to continue his farm. He's not doing that bad, but doing good is different. His net worth is 3rd highest for his team, while he is on the safe lane up against a solo Batrider. And yes, he died twice, but he should have been doing better, I think. It's tough though. It's tough though, especially since he got some supports to having to deal with. But he now has his own support to help out as well. Nyx Assassin, level 4. Gonna be helping out with Winter and WWK. Let's see. They already spike him out though. Here they come. Familiars helping out. Spike Carapace as well. Cooldown coming down with Elf and Arp. Ooh, impale there. WWK in trouble. FY will still probably go down or not. Or he's able to run himself away. And it's actually Batrider the only one to die. Stick charges helping out. And the Selva and Tango getting the Nyx Assassin back towards his full glory again. In the meantime, Queen of Pain did a dive for the Magnus. Couldn't get him down though. Still has her Sonic Wave. And this one screen, one Sonic Wave could do the job here. And I think he knows that. Just needs vision. But his Magnus had actually TP's home, knowing that he was in trouble as well. Alchemist in the meantime up against a solo Juggernaut. With the Juggernaut almost having his... Whoa, where does the camera go? Almost having his drum complete.
Dire's middle tower is under
Alchemist is
attack.
doing just fine. He has his face
Dire's
boost.
structures are fortified.
He's not in that much trouble. Tier 1 tower might be in some trouble. But pressure is not really applied that hard. ZSMJ doesn't want to go in, and he's actually being left again by FY, who needs his level 6 to be able to be of a bigger impact in this game. But then again, actually, when he's level 6, is he actually going to be able to pick up the Visage? That's going to be trouble. That's going to be his goal, of course. Shut down Visage. Impale upon Queen of Pain, mana burn as well. Now run! Run! Has still got his Spike Carapace. We'll need to use it fairly soon. And there's an RP. And that is gonna be still the Nyx going down. Spike Carapace was used. The Queen of Pain died as well though, and that's gonna be good. And Visage's familiars get the kill on the Nyx Assassin. So support gets a kill. Oh, slow and stun. TTY in trouble. More stuns coming up with the familiars. Do they have enough damage? I don't think so. The Illuminate coming through as well, and that actually, with the Juggernaut helping out, picked up the Visage. Winter is going to be in a lot of trouble as well, and is going to be going down. Double kill from XTT, with Keeper of the Light still picking up, or still going down to the Familiars again. Familiars MVP, and a pulse comes out from the Gyrocopter, who's sitting in the base, or in the base on the tier 1 tower. The question is, why do we have a pause? Because last time we had a pause, XTT was actually disconnected, but this time, no, not the case, not the case. Gonna be just continuing to push. Flame Break will stop them from doing that though. Especially XTT, 4 stacks of sticky napalm. Again, you should not be neglecting those. It is definitely one of the more painful things to get hit by. Just unawarely if you're that high stack, but he's just fine for now. One familiar still hanging around, gonna be gonna kill off the Lord. We're gonna be resummoned though, so no free gold for anybody right there.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
In the meantime, Batrider still not having his Blink Dagger, does have a Treads though. kind of curious to see kills because it feels fairly even the way this is going. We see the kills fairly even. Gold graph slightly in favor of MUFC. Difference not really that much though. No towers down just yet. Experience graph fairly even. But I kind of think that one team should be getting ahead right now because you have that RP for Vici Gaming that you can put use or a Sonic Wave on the other side. So I'm kind of thinking that Magnus RP should be amounting to more right now than just single target trade-offs. And not just kills, but it was trade-offs. So of course they killed off the Queen of Pain with that, but they did lose the life of their Nyx. And again with Nyx, he has got his Vendetta. They need to try to get ahead right now with his Vendetta, but right now they can't do that. Actually select or I'll stun there. Last two. There we go. ZSMJ going down. Because I mean I just mentioned two ultimates, actually two ultimates of VC that make a difference in the game. The same thing goes for the Bat Rider, of course, with the last two. But he's been making those count. He's been doing just fine with those last two. He's been getting the kills, and even without them, he's been getting the kills. So quite surprising at that. Of course, if you count this game very, very late game, I'm not sure who would come out ahead. It would come mostly down to captaining and how much semi-carry that Sven is gonna be and how good the RPs are gonna be. But Alchemist versus Gyrocopter, both are very tough to deal with in their own way. But I just feel like VC gamers should try to maybe get themselves a bit more ahead. It's tough though, it's tough though. I mean, MUFC, they seem to be prepared for everything. In the meantime, still no towers going down. It's going to be Huntrash player sitting on 1400 gold. Here comes an RP perhaps. There we go, up on the Alchemist. Can they take him down? Yes, they can. Two ultis being used for that because that also was the only slash. Whoa, nice dodge with the Blade Fury just in time. And the supports coming in, not going to be able to do anything. And I say the supports, but of course Queen of Pain was there as well. Couldn't get anything done. In the meantime, Ling with his visit. Where are his familiars? Sitting in the mid lane.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Just trying to hang around and be prepared for anything to come. In the meantime, looks like we're gonna see the first tower going down here on the top lane. VC. Gonna get the gold. Gonna get the gold. And it's actually Fenrir that picks up the gold for that. So good for him actually, because he needs those core items. His team needs those core items. In terms of fight, I mean, I just mentioned that it's going to be a lot for picking off kills, so you need yourself also, if you're going to be fighting at some point with the Magnus and you're not going to be able to get everything out ahead with that RP, you need to have a mechanism to continue to stay in the fight long enough to be able to take your game or to recover from a Sonic Wave, for example. And Keeper of Light could now be going for a mechanism for himself, for his team, because nobody else really on his team is looking to go for that. Bat Rider finally got his blink tag already, 14 minutes into the game. I say finally, but it's still it's a respectable time, let's put it that way. And Magnus has his blink tag already, which is kind of standard for solo mid. We do have Queen of Pain building towards his BKB, with Huntrash player going for a Shadow Blade, so indicating that he's gonna be active in fights fairly early on. Well, I say fairly early on, but this is kind of fairly early on and he's sitting mid lane, so that just says it all, doesn't it? And this is gonna be 5-man Dota. MUFC. Let's see how far they can come. They have to deal with another RP though. If they can force out that RP of CTY and make them waste it, oh hello. Impale and Spike Carapace. Here comes the Unstable Concoction though. It's gonna be CTY that gets dropped down and stunned up and killed off before he can RP. There he goes. Cooldown coming down to try and help out. They want to try to get the kills. Can they get them? Stuns all around. Yes, they get the Nyx Assassin. Who are MUFC gonna be going for now? ZSMJ gonna get forced away, gonna get nuked down and gonna be going down as well. 3-0 in favor of MUFC. They can take this. They can disrupt the fight. In the meantime, it is gonna be Bat Rider that's just sitting there, and yeah, nobody can really take him down. He can blink himself away just in moments time. Now he blinks and fireflies at the same time. And some lag going on, but that's all inside the game client, unfortunately. Can't do anything about that. It's not my internet connection. This is my connection to the server that is not near me. Because of course this is Asian Dota that we watch, and I am from Europe. Let's see if VC wanted to fight fire with fire. Knowing that the last two is on cooldown for a little while longer. I say a little while longer, it's only 3 seconds though. Whoa, I would have not. That would not have been good if he actually did that. But yeah, Magnus has still got his RP. That's what I mean. He can try to do something with that. Of course, if MUFC does the same thing again, jump themselves in, grab CTY, and drag him out, kill him off before the fight even starts. That's basically all teamfight potential of VC down the drain. And with the amount of disables that MUFC has and the amount of nukes that they have, they can definitely take the advantage as they just did as well. The only downside is, even though they just want to fight, they didn't take tier 1 tower with it. They did just take the tower on the top lane though. Towers are now even though the gold graph isn't. MUFC slightly ahead. Gold experience graph way more ahead though. 5,000 experience in their favor, especially after last team fight, of course. Kills that happen later give more experience, so that is why we see the team that won the later fights higher than the other team normally. Of course, I just see that more people have joined, and I will once again tell you that the requirement for people inside a raid call to get a TI3 ticket only slashed. Oh, WWK, is he gonna be going down? He's trying to fly away. Cooldown coming down as well, though. He goes down. Can they find more? Nature's has him looking for a vendetta target. He cannot find anybody though, and he doesn't really want to walk past the sentry. And they do know it's there because I believe that is that the gem? Yes, that's the gem. And that is the gem on the Juggernaut. But yeah, jump yourself over to raid call room 2013. We need more people in raid call to be able to get that giveaway going. We need that giveaway, people. TI3 ticket including flight and hotel. So it's not just a ticket. Flight and hotel. Dudes, girls, get yourself in raid call, please. And it's not that the admins don't want to give it away, because the admins do want to give it away. The only downside is they need to be able to show something to their sponsors to warrant the money that they're getting for that prize. They want to give it away. So help the admins out. Go to that raid call room, really. It is no effort whatsoever. There's more and more giveaways on raid call with all kinds of leagues. The D2L, this tournament, EMS1, everything sponsored by raid call. You kind of need to have a raid call account to be able to get prizes and be taking part in giveaways. So why not just make it easy on yourself? Get yourself that account. Sit yourself AFK in a channel that at the time gives away prizes. In this case, well, Queen of Pain goes down, but we're going to be following this because this smoke up was of course aimed at well, something more expensive than a Keeper of the Light. They do trade a Keeper of Light for Queen of Pain. Not a good trade. With Queen of Pain, of course, defending top.
Radiant's top tower.
Not quite sure why she wasn't with the smoke though. And this is a bit of a waste of time for MUFC, I feel like, but... Okay, sorry for the sounds outside. I do live near a street, obviously. That's the sounds that you hear. Anyways. Enough talk about raid call. Just go yourself there and let's focus on the game. Shadowblade completed on Huntress player, of course, we already saw that. And he's just gonna continue to farm. We do have a push going down the bottom lane. He's gonna jump in an RP on the Bat Rider. Impale there as well. They really wanted to take him down. And they do get him. But that was kinda expensive. Expensive indeed. And the gem has changed hands. It's now in the Nyx Assassin. And the counter would have been better. But that is an RP gone. And that is gonna be a tier 2 tower. Not gonna go down. Oh, hello! Hello, Queen of Pain. Hello, Sven. And bye, Magnus. Can they find more? VC is on the way out. They only lost one so far. And they killed one in return as well. They killed the Queen of Pain again. The stun still hits an XCT. That was, of course, the Alchemist. He is gonna be trying to go away, but will go down. The Visage is as familiar as doing that work for him. Double kill then for the Visage because he also got the kill on the Magnus. And they do take down the tower, though I don't think it was a deny. It was not a deny, so they do take down that tier 2 tower. While there is still tier 1 tower standing on the other 2 lanes, quite surprisingly. But you get themselves some gold, and in the end, it was a trade. I mean, they did get the Queen of Pain and the Bat Rider for a for a Juggernaut and a Magnus. No, it's a fairly even trade. I'm gonna say that fairly even trade. We'll be seeing Winter. He's gonna be. I think he's gonna be trying to go for a bit of a more semi-carry role soon, though. The later this game goes, the more important those supports are gonna be. They're gonna be going bottom last two up on Fenrir. Here comes the Impale though. It is going to be Cooldown coming down. Fenrir going to be trying to do what he can before he goes down. If he goes down, yes he goes down. Batrider doing that job. It is going to be Link coming in. Where are his familiars? Not here just yet. That's not needed though. Hello, is there going to be an RP? They don't have it yet. 8 seconds. Nyx Assassin already going down. It's going to be the Gyro that goes down as well. Vici Gaming on the return. On the run out. Stun hits upon the Magnus. Can they take him down? Do they have enough damage? Huntress player is still not to have that much attack damage, attack power, attack speed, but he does get the kill. Triple kill going the way of Link. Link is 8 for 1 for 6. He has been in 14 out of the 18 kills so far. That is pretty impressive. Now, by the way, we're 4 deaths going the way of Vici Gaming. They only had the Juggernaut that was left alive. And this is of course the last game of this best out of 5. The score is even, 2 for 2. Both teams have proven that they can take games off one another. Now it comes down to one final game. And I feel like the draft is quite even. It's just really the execution that is coming to pass here. With at this point MUFC spiking up ahead towards the 4k gold in their favor, but as you can see with these drops, it can change very fast. We still have 3 towers on either side standing, so in terms of towers are even. Experience graph going back and forth as well, still more in favor of MUFC than VC, just like the gold, but it can turn around real fast. And we all know that the gyrocopter can pull out massive amount of damage, and I wouldn't be surprised if at some point ZSMJ is going for a rapier. After all, it is ZSMJ, right? Yes, it is. People, we need 800 more in raid call. Please, help us out. Make us able to give away TI3 ticket, including hotel and flight. Please. There's a lot of people watching. I'm sure a lot of you people have raid call accounts. You can do it. Anyway, let's see. Looks like we're gonna be seeing MUFC going for a bit of a push here. They've got all in the mid lane apart from the Alchemist, who's still looking for some farm. Question is, who are they gonna blink on to get a lasso going? And it's gonna be the Nyx Assassin. And Nyx Assassin can't do anything. No spike carapace this fight, if the fight actually continues. And come on! Can he do it again? He did it again. He picked up the last hit. Probably with his familiars, but still. He picked up the last hit once again. Because he can do that. And I'm gonna say it again. I mean, this is the last game. This is the last chance to make it happen. Make that giveaway happen. Go to Raycall. Head yourself over to Raycall. People, 800 people. There's 6,000 watching. Go. Go. Go already. 2013. XTT might be in some trouble here. The stun is getting charged up. He's gonna stun himself though. More fun that way. In the meantime, VC is just trying to get some more farm up. I mean, that's basically all they can do. They are reliant on that RP to be magnificent, and then a cooldown Blade Fury impales and illuminates over the top. They have to get that going for them. If they can't get that, and so far CTY hasn't been able to get that really. But if they can't get that, they need to pick off heroes, and that's something that MUFC is gonna know. I mean, VC knows what they have to do, obviously. But we're gonna assume that MUFC also knows what VC has to do. It's kind of simple, because that's kind of how the mind works, right? So MUFC is gonna try to make that not happen, and they're gonna try to, of course, avoid getting picked off. And trying to go for fights themselves. And if they are getting picked off, have themselves be able to go for a counter fight afterwards, making sure that in that pick-off, for example, everything was used, and then they can still win the fight after that, purely because everything is on cooldown. Fenrir is going to get lassoed. It's going to be Roshan that they're trading for this Keep of Light, though, unless they can do something here as well. Flame Ring! Oh! Up onto the high ground with ZSMJ and XTT. They can't do anything, and they now have to give up Roshan. Sonic Wave misses, because they have been freed by CTY, was able to skewer through the trees. But now Roshan gonna be taken down by MUFC. Can they turn it around? They do have the RP still going for them. CTY is gonna be the one to have to do it. Is he gonna jump in here or not? They don't have the vision. Shockwave gonna be doing some damage as Queen of Pain still hanging around in an invisibility room. Now drops it as he needs here, bottle. And Alchemist is just going to be picking up the Aegis after killing off the Roshan by himself. And that's going to be putting VC on the back foot because they have to now either win a magnificent team fight or just wait 6 minutes. Wait 6 minutes. Defend what they have with the Illuminate, with the cooldown that they have. Try to farm as much as they can, but not fight. Not fight. They can't really fight. They shouldn't really fight. Please find out what Vici is building. He wants to go for another familiar, of course, and more kills. That's of course a call for the chat, which I just saw for a second there. As of course, well, Vici, he started out as a support, you know, great. Got himself the mechanism, yay. Got himself mana boots, yay. But he's got a lot of kills. He spent a lot of gold on wards, so don't underestimate the amount of money that he spends on wards, because the control is there, and that is something that Ling does every game, by the way. That control. It's really sublime. I think that's an English word. Every single game that we've seen so far, even if MUFC is behind at some point, that map control is so damn important. And he is going to be also the one that is going to go for the Aghanims, purely because he wants to go for another familiar to just pump out that extra damage. I mean, I'm saying jokingly to go for more kills, but in the end, that's all they want. Pick-offs. Burst someone down in the lasso so that they fight 4 on 5, which is something that Vici Gaming does not want to do, but is going to be forced to do every single fight until they are able to save someone who's going to get lassoed, which is so far not really happened yet. Let's see, smoke off for MUFC, looking for a pick-off. It's going to be going for ZSMJ, going to be putting a lasso. It is going to be ZSMJ that gets picked off before the fight continues. Cooldown still comes down, so that is something good, as there's going to be kills. Also for the Magnus, the RP was there. It is going to be Queen of Pain trying to go for a kill up on Fenrir with a double damage room. We'll be able to do that. There we go, one more hit needed, boom. CTT going to be trying to make Queen of Pain pay. Can't do it though. Visage though, monster kill, picks up the Magnus. And only XCT left alive, realizing that when he couldn't kill off the Queen of Pain, had to walk away with his life, which is the only thing that he had left, because the rest of his team kind of died there. A good try. VC Gaming probably had one of the better counter attacks up on that lasso, but again, like I said, the one that they pick off at the start, I mean, if it's an important target, VC Gaming can't really fight back. They can't really fight back. And that is just what we just saw. If there was actually Gyrocopter still alive during that fight with Rocket Barrage and Flat Cannon, that would have gone so differently. So incredibly different. I mean, he has a BK, or, well, does he have a BKB? Yeah, he has a BKB. We also have a BKB up on Huntress player, actually. But, yeah. That is just something that they can't afford. They did, again, defend their tower, though. I mean, that's something that VC can be happy about. I mean, they lose these fights, and of course that's bad, but at least MUFC is not getting anything really solid in return for it just now, apart from golden farm and stuff like that. Meantime, Juggernaut going for his Manta Sow, but it looks of it, almost having that complete. Having his Battle Fury already. I realized that I haven't really looked at the items so far, as we only need 750 people left. Am I counting this properly? 650 people in raid call to be able to get that giveaway for TI3 going. 650 people, that's really not that much. Come on, get it going. 650, yes. And that's gonna be the tower going down. Huntress player and the Visage's familiars go get it.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
And this is not what they get in return for a kill, but this is what they get in return for map control and for just control in general, not just map control of the game. Anyways, we have got the gold grab going towards the 9k in their favor. And MUFC, of course, I mean, they're still ahead, there's no doubt about that. But VC Gaming, you should not count them out just yet. We've all seen Desperation Rapiers on Gyrocopters. The question is VC going to be getting that as well? Is ZSMJ going to be building towards that? He needs a lot of gold to be able to get that, though. 1400 gold up on FY, really doesn't have that much. Died 6 times this game, got 10 assists, so it's been in 10 out of the 13 kills, which is really not that bad, to be fair. but is looking at to have a pretty empty inventory for 30 minutes into the game. Keeper of Light getting himself mechanism wards. He's basically doing the same thing as Ling is doing on his Visage, but Ling is just a bit more rich and only needs 300 more gold, and then he has got his Aghanims ready, and then we'll see another familiar, so more burst damage. Yays. In the meantime, lanes are pushed out. I mean, the top tier 2 of course was already dropped. I mean, I'm kind of thinking like, one team fight, can that make or break this game? Because I'm kind of thinking no. I think it requires more than one team, but also especially because buybacks are going to be more and more important, and I think we're going to be seeing Gyro as well as Juggernaut saving for those. And maybe even Magnus as well, just in case he doesn't get his RP up before the fight starts. If there's going to be a fight near VC's base and they can actually go for buybacks, they might be able to turn this around, turn the fight around, and then actually get a counter tower, maybe even tier 2, a tower in return. But it all depends on these kind of fights and if they can pick off heroes. Now for VC, and picking off is basically going to be determined by MUFC's positioning. For MUFC, for picking off heroes is going to be determining on this Batrider right here, because he can pick heroes off just with blinking in and force staffing himself out and make sure that they are fighting 4 and 5. As I already said, that makes a big difference, and we've seen that time and time again. He needs to actually be there for a fight though, and it looks like he is on his way back towards the middle lane. One trash player already looking to push. He has got his Assault Cuirass ready now. In the meantime, another gaming keyboard being given away. Of course, not only the TI3 ticket is going to be given away, but also keyboards, mice, headsets, and in-game items. I'm seeing 600 people left to go to raid call. Come on, people. 600 people. 600 people left in raid call needed. 2013, it's all that needed. I can't believe there's not more people there, by the way. Just saying, I am disappointed. Let's see that last tier 2 tower going down then. Because I don't think VC can fight this. Not at all. The Aegis at least are no longer there, it's just vanished, so that's something that they can be happy about. And we might see MUFC being so careful that they're not going to be trying to force out a fight until they have the next Aegis. Which is going to be giving VC Gaming another chance to go for that RP in the Roche Pit, which is of course one of those positionings that you want to use at RP, but we've seen this. This is the second game that VC Gaming is in this kind of positioning, with a lot of pressure on CTY's Magnus, and every time again, he wasn't able to get it going, purely for the position of MUFC and for him not finding the openings. I mean, this is the second time that happened. And it would be such a shame if they just... I mean... Magnus is one of those first ban out heroes that normally wins people games, which is why we normally see it in the first banning phase also for Asian Dota. And if Asian teams realize, you know what, if VC Gaming pick up the Magnus, they can't play with it anyway, so we might as well let it go through, and if they don't pick it up, we do. That's gonna be giving all teams against VC Gaming that can play Magnus properly, no offense, as in they can win with the Magnus, gonna be giving all those teams an edge. But so far, this Magnus, his RP hasn't brought that many big teamfight turnarounds as we normally would see. But of course, I mean, I can't say it all on CTY. I mean, it's just MUFC with their positioning just being incredibly clever, making sure that there's not going to be anybody that is out of position and basically giving no room for a good RP. We do have the Magnus, the Aegis almost back up again. 2 minutes left, 1.5 minutes left. As we see MUFC going for the go for the control, because I don't think they want to push out this mid lane at all. They want to just try to see if they can bait out a fight and just go for Roshan. Just make sure that VC Gaming is not going to get that Roshan. Oh, Blink and Lasso, XTT trouble. Here comes FY though with the Spike Carapace. They might be a turnaround. This might be the first time that someone stays alive. Never mind. Stormhammer coming in. There's gonna be Juggernaut still goes down. Sonic Wave up on 2 because the BKBs are there, but ZSMJ still going down. Too much damage going through. And it is the Magnus, the only one left alive. Buyback coming in from XCT, who is able to pick up the support spend. But what is that gonna do if you're still got an Alchemist chasing you down that is super damn fat? And he is gonna just be going into the tier 3 towers. Who cares about Roshan? Nobody cares about Roshan if you can go to tier 3 towers and maybe even racks after that. They didn't even come close to killing off that Magnus, that that Alchemist. He is just too damn tanky, and the Gyrocopter just not tanky enough, just not farmed enough. The net worth doesn't lie. I mean, this is just a big difference. That Alchemist just spiking up ahead. And that is going to be them backing off and going for Roshan. Again, we know MUFC is a team that plays it safe. So even though I feel like they had a chance to just continue going for the next set of racks, they just want to get that Aegis and just play it safe, make sure they don't have any chance of losing this. Of course, this is game number 5. This is the last game of the best out of 5 of the winners bracket of the grand finals of the Netolic Pro League East. The winner of this team goes home with each member getting tons of gaming gear as well as a team effort $500 to their name. And that is not per player though, that is just in total. Second prize is going to be a lot less gaming gear, still gaming gear though, including $300. But this is you don't play this for the prize money. You play this because you want to prove that you deserve invites for TI 3. MUFC being invited. Vici Gaming on the qualifier. Vici Gaming want to prove that they deserve that spot already. And I have to say, they're holding their own against MUFC. They're doing really well. Just not well enough. As the Aegis of course goes to the Alchemist once again. Good luck trying to kill him now. If he wasn't hard enough to kill already, he is definitely hard enough to kill right now because he also has a heart. Oh, that Desperation Rapier is not going to be up in time for ZSMJ, and I feel like this Aegis though up. Only the Aegis not even having a fight yet. That's going to be spelling the end. As we need 500 more people in the raid call room 2013 to be able to give away a ticket, including flight and hotel. The TI3. Which is where everybody wants to be. Want to see MUFC in real life? You can, if you just go to the raid call room 2013. Come on people, 500 more. There's over 6,000 people watching. Oh, stun. He can't go in. Juggernaut, Blade Fury trying to do what he can. The Contrast player is distracted from his goal now. He just gets that tower. Doesn't really care. Doesn't give shit about anybody giving him shit. And they back off. Oh well, why not, right? If VC want to play it that way, they're just gonna be waiting it out. It's like slow siege, even though they can go for a big siege, I think. But they're just waiting for that last suit to be up again. Well, it's up, but just to find an opening, get someone out, kill someone off, go in, massacre. That's all you need. And they are giving us time to call out for more people to join the raid call. Impale, Mana Burn, Alchemist. Well, he's just gonna go continue further. I mean, he has an Aegis, even if he was close to dying, which he's not. They didn't want to fight, they just want barracks. Oh, look, Lasso gets out. CTY, is he gonna get an RP off? Nope, no RP. ZSMJ might be able to do a lot though. Cooldown coming down. It is gonna be Magnus or Alchemist that is actually taking a lot of damage. Being forced back, still has Sage, of course. Rocket Barrage gonna try to help out. Link gonna do what he can. It's gonna be Fenrir that already dies. XCT is gonna be going down there as well, and this is gonna be the end. Queen of Pain still drops. But what else can they do? ZSMJ finally drops an FY, the last one left alive for his team. What can he do by himself? Lands an Impale, but has to run. They can't run far before he goes down. Creep's actually getting the last hit. This should be GG. This should be MUFC taking the win. There we go. It is gonna be MUFC in the best out of 5, getting forced to the latest game by Vici Gaming. And still able to take it in the end. Coming from the winner's bracket. Surviving all the way up to the end. And gonna be going to get that gaming gear, that prize, and of course, just what I said just now, just, you know, it is, I mean, as we saw yesterday, I think a lot of people saw yesterday, EG versus Dignitas, and you saw the chats going crazy with like, oh my god, a TI3 straight in fight versus a TI3 qualifier invite, and the qualifier invite actually won, blah blah. That kind of stuff, that actually, you know, that's actually annoying for the teams. They don't want to have that. They want to prove that they deserve that invite, and that's what MUFC just did. They deserved it, and they won. They get the gold, they get the prizes, and they get the grand finals in the 5th game of this best out of 5. This was, of course, the Netolic Pro League East. There is a Netolic Pro League West. That's right. The grand finals are gonna be the grand finals of that are gonna be tonight at 1 a.m. in CEST time. Gonna be casted on Netolic TV. Make sure you check that out. It's gonna be Arctic versus Dust, if I'm correct. And my name is Sheever, by the way. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Thank you for being in Raycall room 2013 if you are. We're still gonna see if we can get ourselves 3k people in there, so stick around if you were there. Because we still want to have that giveaway going, of course. And we'll see if we can get that going. If we can't, then, well, a shame for all the people that are there. And shame on you for all the people that are not there. If you want to support me, you can check out www.SheeverGaming.com. And you can find there my YouTube, my Twitch, and my Facebook, all under the same name of SheeverGaming. And of course, you can also find there all the games of today and tomorrow, including all the VODs of all the games of all the casters of everything in the archive. So thank you for watching. And let's see if we can still get 3k people inside that Raycall room. We need 450 more people. There are so much more than 450 here. Anyways, let's jump ourselves out of this game. Thank you for watching. Stick around for that Raycall prize, hopefully. And otherwise, have a good day. Oh yeah, stick around for commercials as well. Yay! Go.